Hey, what is up, everybody? Now we're streaming live. So after reviewing that tape, I thought, how could everything in such a bizarre order of things? For first, I wake up and I'm like, "Oh shit, they're at my door." Then, sort of like as the scene is progressing, it's all stuff that's built up since 2018, and then the people in the room are like, oh shit, everything's catching up to me from 2018. And I'm thinking to myself as well, then we're starting to figure out where we are and like, okay, and then we all seemed to dream and it was like, are we really there? And then the person I'm with says, no, we're not there. We're where we were originally. And then I'm backtracking like, okay, where were we originally? And they said, good old Grosse Pointe. Then I'm looking into it. I'm like, okay, then I see the sign where it's like, you are now here. And it says estimated this date. And then I look into it and like I start reading more and more about, from people locally say technically no one was here after that date because the year it was estimated to be founded was when the original people left, and then it's like, okay, so it still exists. So there it is. It's like nothing weird there. But then as I kind of look into it, like even in 2018, they said another group of people left. And so it never was shut down, but that's what they're saying it was. So I'm wondering, was it shut down or was it not shut down? Because at the end of it, like, and then I'm thinking too, like, okay, what was it formerly known as? Because as I'm looking on TV, they have like, advertisements for Nova Scotia, and they're showing like a lake that has like all this algae growth, and then where is this? Location, right? Formerly it was Cape Cod, right? But then at the end of it, like people locally, sometimes I'm wondering, are they visiting Cape Cod or what's going on there? Anyway, I was kind of backtracking as like in the local area, some things that are technically acceptable that the females are trying to do. The head of the household is like, hold your horses here. That's not technically allowed. And then what's happening is that the men sort of see, okay, well, I also would like, and then at the end of it, it's like the first set of men were kind of like mean, and at the end of it, it didn't go well for the women because technically most guys are normal think, even if you're in a bad position, not to exploit the positioning of the thing. So it would have been nice, like, okay, I'm in error, but, if you want to, we'll slide out, get a coffee like normal people do, but at the end of it, the first set of people were just not like that. It became a bloody nightmare. And then at the end of it, they were trying to deny it all. And even after watching the tapes, the head of household thinks, this is just AI. This is all just a bad joke. And then I'm thinking to myself, no, it's like after sitting through all that and then thinking like myself, oh my God, it's mentioning the details. Makes it sound like, okay, so have I got it really correct here? Or like, is it like kind of like impression based? Like, so I built up impressions of how this was. And then I'm thinking too, even with the documents provided that shows a picture of the person who does look like the person in question from the date. And then you're seeing the class photos and you're like, yeah. It's like maybe a mini-me of the present day figure. And then I'm thinking again, it's like, okay, just by a different name, he's going to say, how bizarre is that? The modern day celebrity looks like a much taller version of the original figure. And then I'm thinking even the celebrity figure, they're backtracking on, and they're like, okay, so there's a stage name is the same as the name of the person, and then you're looking at the school transcripts, and then you're like, wow, this isn't really that good. But then you're looking at the actual work of the person, and you're like, well, it was undervalued somehow, so maybe he was sitting at the back of the classroom, and maybe the teachers got the wrong impression, thus making it a little lower than, I don't even know how it all, and then at the end of it, they're going to correct it, but then some other people thought, wow, what a great thing. I can be this person. And then they decide to do that. But then maybe they're working at like middle of the road places with the credentials of the other person that aren't even that good. And so at the end of it, they don't get to really, utilize it when it's at its best. So at the end of it, what's left is actually better than what the first person used. And almost it's like the person that used it didn't make the person looked bad. And so that's what's weird about it. Usually when you use the credential of the other person, you don't leave anything left over for that person. Typically you don't. So at the end of it, is it supposed to be like I'm raising an eyebrow, or am I supposed to be angry about it, or undivided about it, or I don't know. Because at the end of it, it seemed like. So then I think even my arch nemesis, the tall dude who supposedly did all these people wrong that like me, didn't even harm the people that like me. It was so at the end of it, because I'm the short dude, it goes back to like a skilo. I wish, because at the end of it, when you're getting judged in front of the judge, and then you're like, oh, how wrong I did this person. I really screwed this person over. I mean, look at it. It's like all these pretty women that like them. Yeah, I was for tips. But the catch was that those women were actually, those women in question weren't on the bandwagon, because they were like, yeah, he may have been the top, but he was short, man. He was like a skilo himself. And then, so then at the end of it, they're sitting there trying to be like, oh no, man, he was number one, no doubt. But then they're in the room with the other guy, and the fact that they're saying that makes him mad, because he's mad that I got the mark. Okay, so at the end of it, I understand the anger of the person, but totally unjustified actions. And at the end of it, you should really question who you step in the room with, because at the end of it, too, it should just be, in reality, it should be like, no one should be that believable to where so many good people step in the room with a bad person, and for it to end that way, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's because that one mistake becomes a fatal one, and that's why it becomes the victim count becomes so freaking high. But then for the guy that they're saying dangerous, which supposedly is the famous rapper, he's, according to them, so dangerous. But in reality, the people that are attacking him are the people that are big and dangerous themselves, and they're doing it in public with weapons. So it was a great thing that he deuced them. Anyway, peace out, people. You have a good day. I'm getting a call from my other person here who just doesn't know when to stop calling my name in the middle of a stream. I don't know why she does it. She has a way of doing it. Like, when I'm getting my point across, she has a way of just making it seem like, come here, little good boy. Come right over here to mama. But I'm like, no. At the end of it, I'm my own man. I have my own room. I do my own things. And then at the end of it, people want to make the door ajar, come into my room. And then at the end of it, I actually did. And then at the end of it, it's like, it was even a good one, where it didn't embarrass the other person. And still, they can't stop talking about it. And then it's like a wild goose chase, the wild accusations. This is so inappropriate. You're this, you're that. Oh, my God. And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, my God. And at the end of it, like, is it good or is it bad? Because at the end of it, the person who wanted to play wasn't technically maybe the right one for me, but at the end of it, she didn't mind because that was good for her then. So then at the end of it, I really don't know. But anyway, you guys have a good day, okay? And then at the end of it, too, maybe later on, then, yeah. All right, well, anyway, peace out later, one.